Howdy, all of you delicious people. I'm here today to play more Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutant Madness. So, Hero Drive. Let's go into this. Because music. Let's go into this because music. Because that's, I hear that sweet, delicious soundtrack of music. Alright. Alright. Come on. Go into this. Level it up. We're probably gonna do a big old pausing of here because otherwise you're gonna hear a bunch of blah blah blah. So I'm gonna pause right now. Hopefully we can get Toka up to a pretty decent level. So I'm gonna pause right here. All right. So Toka is level 89. Battle. We're gonna battle. Ooh, what are we gonna do? What's gonna happen? What is going to happen here? There is some interesting stuff going on. Let's battle. Battle. Let's do this. Where you have four people, might have to do a couple more battles and then probably go into the channel 6 doodly doo. We're gonna have to channel 6 rush, battle it away. I'm just gonna do that. Let's put Donnie here. Let's put Donnie. Do 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 do. Come on. Let's get to this. Let's do it. Fight him off. We're almost there. We're almost there. It's almost about that time for us to live. Yeah. Yeah. Yes. That is a victory. Continue. Now we're gonna have to watch some ads. Man, are we gonna have to watch some ads. We're gonna pause here to do that. Alright. Again, a lot of blah blah blah. Let's pause here. Okay, not as much blah, blah, blah as it was before, but it was pretty dang close. It's pretty dang close to a bunch of blah, 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 but it wasn't. Claim rewards. Let's claim. Yeah. Some good times. I wonder what the next. Oh, okay. That seems great. Seems like a good time. What is this? What is this? Why? Don't do it. Watch out. Some orange. A little bit of that orange. No, no. We're gonna die because Rocksteady. We were so close with that one. So close with that one. So take Donnie out. I think we're gonna need to change the rotation of this one. We're gonna have to. It's a forcible thing to do at some point. Okay. Let's put him up front. What? This is all. It's all going to be about rotation now. So, Jeepers Creepers, Batman. You ever watch Jeepers Creepers? I always love that. I haven't seen it, even though I've seen all of them. I wonder what the oddest request of a movie that anyone has like been asked if they have seen. Probably the one that I would probably mention them to. Have you ever seen this movie? And I'm like, no, I've never even heard of it. Like, yeah, yes, I have heard of it because you said it. Continue. Because we're not going to rebattle, because I think if we rebattle, we'll have to go with the same rotation of people. What is the answer? Peekaboo. I don't see you. God, these big fat block orange guys, I tell you. Was somebody just like was somebody just having some fun with clay that day and just like just shot those ideas out really quick? Cause that's what it feels like. Man, we gotta figure out how to take down Rocksteady. That's the problem I'm having because Rocksteady is at completely full health. Let's watch that sweet ad. Well, if you're here and I'm here, doesn't that make it fast times? Does it make it fast times? I think it does. Oh, we just go regardless. Even if I rebattled, even if I rebattled, if I re-roll this dice, oh my god. Let's take out Toka and let's see what would happen if we threw in any number of other people. Irma, Erba, Erd. Mmm. Man. Don't judge me if I lose. If I win, then you can judge me. Go ahead. I'm here. Gosh darn you, Rocksteady. The man where there is not yet one rock on his body, but he is called Rock Steady. Why is he called Rock Steady? Is it rock and roll? Was that the thing they were going with? Because they should have called Rocksteady Bebop and Bebop Rocksteady. But maybe that doesn't work. I don't know. I'm very confused. What were the name? Why were the names chosen of the creatures on this show? If someone could find that out for me, I'd really appreciate it. I would. Believe me, it would happen. I'd be like, yeah, I feel good about that. I would. I'm gonna pause here for a second. Now I'm back, guys. Sending a tweet. You're sending a tweet. Everyone's gonna be sending a tweet right now, tweeting out that they know the Tweety Bird. Believe me, they know. I wonder where they came up with Twitter, Tweeter, Twit. Where did what are the? There's so much knowledge I need to know. If only we could cusp all this in the first half an hour of every video, then I wouldn't have to come on here and ask questions about the ether of things. Kind of like the whole banana in the tailpipe and Beverly Hills. How does that work out? Just combustion and just muffler and somebody put the banana in the tailpipe. Don't put the banana in the tailpipe. Don't do it. People won't be able to drive their cars. It sucks. Yeah, we only did it a couple times there. Good for me. How are we gonna take down that massive, massive man called the Rocksteady? That again, no sense. Were they going with Rhino and they deciphered like, hey, how about we call him Rock instead of Rhino? Maybe they're going with Rhino Steady, which I don't even that might have not have sounded like a good name. So they were going with Rocksteady. What am I gonna do with I need to change the rotation of this team completely. So I think if we have the stronger characters, oh my gravy boat captain. If you're looking at a gravy boat right now, good for you. Where that oof. We're gonna hit battle. Stuff's gonna happen. Not all good, but it'll happen. Holy crap, Batman. Say hilling, say hilling. Yeah, because I watched the Robot Chicken DC special. Because I did. Man, I am sailing. Alright. If you've never seen the DC Robot Chicken special, you're missing out. Batman singing away. Anytime you've ever seen the DC characters in a Robot Chicken episode, thumbs up to that one. Thank you, Seth Green, for not only doing Family Guy, but then also Robot Chicken. The greatest. I gotta start coming up with new material. Hey, yeah, dude, I've watched your stuff since the beginning. It's getting a little old there, fogey. Well, there's only so many times I could go into a Titanic joke. Sifted out of the ether of things. Do you guys want to talk about hippogriffs and and leviathans and the journeys of the Eye of Balor and what is he even talking about? Mythological characters, man. If you go and Google, if you like, the funny thing is they have never really cracked like exactly how something looks. Like if you go and speaking of crack, if you look at if you look at krakens, like man, you get like 12 bajillion results. And yet you can't get one clear picture of a Bigfoot. If you get Leviathans, you get any number of stuff. You'll get like the supernatural Leviathans or from the supernatural show. Uh, you'll get like these monsters that come out of the water and they actually look pretty cool. But like mythological characters, myth characters, pretty awesome. But again, like when you look at the Loch Ness monster, kind of lame to be brutally honest. Am I right? You better believe it that you're gonna see a man that's probably in the near future, probably still wrong, but Loch Ness monster, kind of a lame duck. If I want to say, to be brutally honest, what are your thoughts about the Loch Ness monster? Maybe you lived by it. Maybe you have a story about the Loch Ness. Maybe you knew him. Maybe you went to college with him. You went to college with the Loch Ness monster. Good for you. I wonder how he fit into every class. Was he the Kool Aid man? And everybody was like, "Oh no!" And you're like, "Oh yeah, Loch Ness, pa." Again, Titanic jokes, but at least Loch Ness monsters talk about something new. I thought the Loch Ness monster was supposed to be like underground in some like caged place somewhere. From what I heard in like old tales, like they were like locking this Loch Ness monster up somewhere. When I was remembering about I'm like Loch Ness locked in somewhere. I was taking the whole thing literal as like there's a unique monster that only comes out from time to time because Loch Ness. Because they took it. I was like, what is a Loch Ness? What do you mean? Man, just whew, metaphor overhead and such. Because I can't catch it because I'm not that brilliant of a person when I was young. Because weren't we all Renee Young at some point? No, we weren't. It's a joke. But if but Renee Young was Renee Young at some point. She was in wrestling. Now she's doing what she's doing. Good for her. Big thumbs up. Battle. No, 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 no more battle. We've lost too much. We've suffered. But still, big thumbs. Renee Young. She's Channel 6. Let's do some rushes. Do you ever see the movie Premium Rush with Joseph Gordon-Levitt? Yes, Joseph Gordon-Levitt. He was on Looper. He was stuck in a loop with Bruce Willis. Stuck in a loop of wearing weird, bizarre CGI'd like makeup, trying to sound like a younger Bruce Willis. Which I don't know if you've seen that movie, but I don't know if I could quite easily buy it. I was kind of a little confused about that whole thing. Oh, we're gonna have to pause here. Speaking of young, you remember when there was a crap ton of shows where they'd have like these big, massive families, like Step by Steps or Day by Days or there wasn't a show called Day by Day. It's Step by Step. You remember when they had those like huge, massive families like Brady Bunches and stuff like that, which will be on forever. Why is it that like Brady Bunch had the a big thing that it did, but like Step by Step was like there's some really beloved shows. They're really like Family Matters. Mm. I like there was a time or two where I would consistently just sit down. I would have to go like this. I'd have you can't sit normally. You have to like I'm gonna fall into my chair. That's always what I would do. I wouldn't just sit down anywhere. I would fall into my chairs all the time. Sometimes I'd probably break them because some people are people that plop down in chairs viciously, like they're gonna murder a chair. So like, yeah, I'm seeking revenge on this chair. But anyways, so Family Matters, big thumbs up. Steve Urkel. Eventually, they had him step on. Double thumbs. Side thumb is double thumb. That's what that means. Next battle, please. Let's skip this. Who's this guy's from Planet X and he probably has a weird name. What's that purple stuff though? What's that purple stuff? You know, the big fat thing that he has? It's called no, it's cotton candy. His hair is cotton candy. You get a little nibble, and you're just like, and then you've completely forgotten that that is an actual person. You're just completely forgotten. Man, if only for this game you could buy the soundtrack. What if you could buy a soundtrack for everything? I thought it would probably get to that point where every time anyone would make some music somewhere, there'd be like a flinging out like thing on some IMDb iTunes something somewhere where you could like, hey, if you want this like because I know there's some people that loved, and I mean loved, Nintendo games so much. They would buy like the Sonic soundtracks for games because they loved it that much. Just replay the game. You'll hear the song again. It won't come trackingly in, but still, just play the game again. Or ultimately, you could. I remember in WWE games, you could like select certain songs to come up because there were actually some songs for me that I actually liked. So I would just be like, yeah, I'm gonna put in this song that like that quasi was cool to me. Speaking of which, AEW Dynamite, their theme song, vicious thumbs up. They better not change it because that's freaking awesome. Still, viciously thumbing up today. That's what we're doing. Because I probably shouldn't say that word consistently. Because you know how YouTube, even though, like, I don't know how, like, Kevin Smith was doing, like, Hollywood Babylon for as long as he did. All those jokes. Maybe he slipped YouTube some dollarinos. He's like, no, I'm cool. Because I did Clerks. Because he is cool. Because he did do Clerks. Because that's who that man is. He also did a number of other projects. Ultimately, he actually wanted to, like, he regretted not doing Smallville, which I thought was interesting. Because he's like, oh my god, yeah, I was given an offer to direct an episode of Smallville, but I decided not to. But he, like, regretted it because he's like, man, I loved being on Flash and Supergirl and 8 billion other things. Here's one thing. If you don't care about Quibi, just wait till they do that Slugfest series. That is gonna be awesome. Everybody needs to just lay in wait for that show to pop out on Quibi. And then everybody's gonna finally download that app, watch those things, probably just Quibi, and then that one show on Quibi, and then and then maybe Bolter, but Slugfest, Quibi. I want to hear more news about that show, where eventually it's, because I know if you go on to Kevin Smith's YouTube channel, you could kind of get updates because he was the person narrating some of those episodes because he said that on his YouTube channel. But reasonably, you could have it to where ultimately you could watch Kevin Smith's Inside of You with Michael Rosenbaum and also hear about the sweet, sweet sounds of Kevin Smith talking about his career or other things. Maybe he brings up yoga hosers. It's okay. It's okay if everybody brings everything up. I appreciate it. I'm gonna bring up every other joke that I've probably ever said, as if it's a broken record, because it's cool. Come on, don't not like. You're gonna tell me that RoboCop was not a cool movie. Dead or Alive. Dead or Alive. This guy. Dead or Alive. Hello, it's me. You're coming with. Hello, it's me. Yeah, Adele. I'm gonna call you and tell you. Cause it's me. It is. God, what is that song? Besides hello, what are the other words? Uh, Welcome to the outside. I think it's where she says in that song. If you want to belt it out at home, go ahead. Because you probably know the lyrics and I don't. Just go ahead. Just jump in your shower and just get your Adele on. It's okay. Or unless you just openly just go out in public and like with your mask on, I hope, and just like belt out Adele songs all day. Cuz that's what I think you do. That's yeah, I bet. You probably go out jogging all the time because I know that's you. You go out jogging and you're like, "Hello, it's me." That's what you do. I don't jog. I blog. I do things on Instagram. That's cool. It makes you interesting. But if you're gonna tell anybody hello, it's gonna be after that. Hello, is it me you're looking for? Not hello, it's me. No. That's what you're gonna do. If you're going to tell me the other, what is the other Adele song? I bet it's called. I bet that's what it is. That's the other Adele song. I bet that's what you. I bet that's probably what you listen to. Death metal. Death metal, falling down a flight of stairs. That's what you do. Believe me, I've seen it. There was a YouTube video that I saw. I saw it happen. And it was like, "Hello, it's me. Yeah, you." Falling down a flight of stairs while you're listening to death metal. I bet it got 1 million views. I bet it did. Made you go viral overnight. I didn't see it on the news though, so I guess it wasn't quite big enough. uh, well, I was on the news. What did you do? Well, I was a champion, or I was a scholar of sorts. Cool. New battle. I want to say new battle. I want to say next battle because we gotta feel new. We don't have to feel next. Because what is the difference between brand new and new? That's what I want to know. Because when you would probably go through eBay, because I remember this, they would have like these like little subtle layers of like uh no, don't take me out. I'm doing a bit here, game. We'll do one more match, because I want to get this bit out. Not doing bits, whatever pops in my head. Let's change the rote, the peeps, the dudes, the the hosers of sorts. But what was the I have completely forgot. Oh, the subtle layers of new. So yeah, so subtle layers, they'd be like basically like they should have just called it box at the very bottom, but like there would always be these like different subtle layers of just like, well, this is manufactured and this is like new, and this is like very good, or this is just good. How would anybody decipher what is what? You would have like always for me, like you would look at like pictures of stuff, and some of that stuff would be like manufacturer pictures where I'm like, how am I supposed to know? You couldn't show me that this was a box? You couldn't? No. What about Amazon? Amazon should show you it's a box. That'd be great. I would like that. I would appreciate Amazon if they did that. But no. It's basically like, oh, well, this is brand new. Well, what, again, what is the difference between new and brand new? Because, like, is it like just coming off like a second off of a manufacturer somewhere and then like you get your hands on it and like brand and then you like fart on it and it's like, well, new. It's new now because I farted on it. I'm confused. Because like brand new, like probably is not out of the box, right? And then new is you took it out of the box, but you never used it. So is that the? But again, if you never used it, isn't that technically complications of our lives? You gotta label things, but like one little tiny word makes a big difference, I guess. But I don't know. I think honestly, you should have a brand that isn't new. Just recycle things. Like I'm gonna take the Tab logo and just slap it on my YouTube channel. Cause isn't Tab getting discontinued soon? We're never gonna hear again about a sweet, delicious Tab probably in our lifetime. Isn't that mortifying? I'm gonna get out of here because more than likely I might lose all this footage. So, bye everybody. Bye everybody.